to me, the Cleveland Browns are a team that needs to be better right now. So somebody's getting cut.
But we do need to talk about the prank call. Personally, I think it's hilarious. Welcome back to another episode of Raised on Sports. I'm Reagan, the daughter of this father-daughter podcast.
Hi, Ray. This is Jason, the dad. How you doing?
I'm good. I am officially done with my junior year of college, which is a little bit terrifying because I'm about to be a senior and I'm entering my last year of school, which is insane. And I don't want to touch on it because I will crash out and be so sad.
Yeah.
But yes, I am officially done with my junior year and I fly home tomorrow.
I know. I'm so excited. I'm so proud of you. You've done a great job and had a great year. And I know, I'm sure probably just more so ready just to come home and just have a break, right?
Yeah, I'm excited to be home. I don't know what I'm doing yet when I'm home.
I know.
But I'm excited just to be home, be in California, be outside. But we'll kind of see from there what I'm doing and play it by ear,
We'll let the people know next time, maybe
let's cross our fingers.
Cross our fingers, right? Yeah.
Next time we record, then I'll know what I'm doing. But how have you been?
I've been good. We had a great weekend. We celebrated your mom's birthday with a very fun well, it was supposed to be bikes and bars in Newport, but it ended up pouring rain all morning. So we scrapped the bikes and we said, okay, it's going to be a pub crawl on foot. So we had a great time, hit some great places. Walked in to the bars. This tells you how old we are, with our bag of cards and played cards at the table.
I do that too here. We go to our bar right across the street and bring Uno or bring cards. So you're not old. It's still fun to do that when you're in college.
Yes. So had a great time. Ended up seeing a great band at the end of the night. And had some fun.
Wait, how's the weather there?
Right. Well, it was very nice and warm Monday, Tuesday, but then we're back down to cloudy, overcast, gloomy.
Right now. So it's not going to be sunny when I get home?
I mean, I don't know. Maybe.
Considering it's beautiful 82 degrees in South Carolina, UV9.
Is it really?
It's beautiful outside.
I know. You're looking a little tan there.
Thank you. I got my little base tan before the summer.
There you go.
But there's been a lot going on in sports, so do we want to dive into it?
Yes. Let's get after it.
Because our last episode, was that our last episode, or do we have one?
Well, we did we threw in our boy Barrett Carter and for our interview in between. So, but the last time we did talk, we were hinting about the NFL draft.
Okay, because the NFL draft just went on this last weekend, and it was a little controversial with some things. Including Shedeur Sanders.
Yes.
What is your thoughts on that?
So, I mean, I guess, everybody you see had him projected to be picked in the first round. Maybe I think I saw one person that said early second round, 35th or something. So for him to drop all the way to number 177 in the, fifth round? I mean, here was my take. The NFL scouts know what they're doing.
Yeah, I agree.
So they are looking for needs. Now, whether that is physical needs, mental needs, maybe it's, I don't know the guy per se. I heard through the grapevine and the reports that some of his interviews might not have gone so well. He came off a little cocky and arrogant. So maybe that turned some teams off. But you have to remember also, when you're drafting second, third, fourth round, most likely you're drafting a backup. Yeah. And how well will that backup do in the quarterback room at meetings? Right? Is it somebody that's going to cause problems or chaos? And that I don't know, but that's what I'm kind of assuming the reason why he dropped. But talent wise, from what I've seen, he looks pretty talented.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. From everything I've seen, he looks like a great player, but it kind of just shows that the NFL and all these teams, they're businesses, and these are their employees. I know it's weird to put that into perspective with these players, but they're employees. They're paying them, and they're a part of the culture, a part of the team. They're working for whatever NFL team.
Mhm.
And so it kind of shows like you have to be a good player and a good person. Again, I don't know really the behind the scenes because again,
Mhm.
media can skew everything, and I don't know how he
Mhm.
was, but I did hear that he like barely even went to the combine because he thought he didn't need it.
Yes.
With
Well,
Go
yeah,
on.
and also, like, these NFL teams, they're all brands,
Yeah.
right? You're representing that brand. Now,
Mhm.
the
And the city that
the
they
rate
are in.
right? The Las Vegas Raiders have a different brand style than, Jacksonville Jaguars.
Yeah,
You
it's
know,
true. And the
it's
Eagles have a different
and the
one than
Eagles.
the
Yes.
Chiefs. And yeah, it's crazy.
So a lot of these teams just, they don't want a guy that doesn't fit their brand.
Exactly. And well, he ended up going to the Browns, which is an interesting pick. I don't know what the Browns needed. I'm not a part of their team, but it is interesting that they picked Dylan Gabriel the
Another
round before
quarterback.
from
Yep.
Oregon and then picked Shador Sanders after.
Yeah. That
That
it's
doesn't make sense to me, but
and Cleveland, I mean, Cleveland did themselves a favor by trading out of that number 2 spot, so they definitely have
yeah,
great future value. But to me, the Cleveland Browns are a team that needs to be better right now for their
yeah,
fan base, for everything about the Cleveland Browns. They've made some horrible decisions with their previous quarterbacks, so they had to do everything right. And just to think that had they kept number 2, they could have got Travis Hunter.
yeah.
And then they could have drafted Shador whenever, any round, third, fourth, or fifth. And you could have had 2 guys that everybody talked about last year in college football.
Mhm,
And you are the talk of the town going
mhm.
into the NFL season this year.
And they know how to work together because they were on the same team. So it's like I feel like that's a really good advantage when it comes to a team when you have Travis Hunter and then you have the quarterback to work together on the Browns.
Yep.
Again, the 2 quarterbacks back to back, was
Yeah.
it 4th and 5th round?
Fourth and
I
fifth
don't
round.
get
Yep.
it.
And when you also had 3 quarterbacks already in camp,
Yeah, I
right?
didn't even think
So
about that.
they just signed Joe Flacco in the
Yeah.
offseason, long-term veteran. They still have Deshaun Watson on this ridiculous, horrible contract. And then Mason Rudolph, who has been their backup for the last few years. They already had 3 quarterbacks
Why
even
do you
going
need
in.
5
So now
quarterbacks?
they have 5. So some you don't and NFL teams won't carry 5 quarterbacks. So somebody's getting cut, if not multiple people.
Yeah. It'll be interesting to see after training camp, like how many of these people who are drafted or even signed to the teams stay or get cut or where they go or
Mhm.
just because the draft is only one part of getting
Yep.
onto the
As
NFL
making the
team.
team, right?
But we do need to talk about the prank call. Have you seen that?
Oh, yes, I did, and
The
yeah, explain it.
the Falcons defensive coordinator
Yeah.
son found his like iPad with all of the
His dad's
numbers.
iPad.
The dad's iPad. So the dad's the defensive coordinator, and the son found all the numbers of the potential draftees for the NFL and found Shador Sanders' number, prank
Yeah,
called him. I think it was like in the second round.
yeah,
Had a full script. Actually, a video came out about of him like actually in the prank call. A
yep.
video came out of Shador receiving the prank call, and personally, I think it's hilarious. I know it's like
Yeah.
totally, I would never do it. It's not the right thing to do, but I think that's hilarious, just especially because of how cocky Shador Sanders is. And, but the Falcons are getting fined $250,000. And then Jeff, I don't know, the dad, the defensive coordinator's name, his name's Jeff something.
Uh-huh.
He's getting fined $100,000.
Yeah.
What's your thoughts?
I
I
I
think
said
it's
the
funny.
I said the same thing to your mom last night when she told me the story, and I said, that's pretty dang funny. It's funny. It's a great prank. It's, uh, I guess maybe if it wasn't knowing that it was my dad who's on the staff and it's his iPad. I mean, come on, kid,
Yeah,
have a little,
a
and
brain.
I'm sure there's been a father-son talk about this behind closed doors, but I thought it was funny. Sure, fine them and let's move on.
Yeah, I again, like you're
Keep your
saying,
iPad locked.
keep your iPad locked. And if it was like you were working for the Falcons and I found you, like, I wouldn't do that. But if he found his number somehow through the grapevine,
No.
I think that I think it's really funny just because he's so cocky.
I
And
did hear too that somebody else got prank called as well.
yes,
Another second rounder, I think, or
but it was not as professional.
no,
Like it
no.
was, they were like cussing in it, and he's like, "Oh, this isn't real." Like,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
just to
That-
think, like your phone starts ringing, like those 3 days, you are
oh my
on your
gosh.
phone at all times, waiting for
Absolutely.
something to ring, and you get to ring, you pick it up, you get all excited, people are filming you, and it's a prank call.
It was funny. I'll
It,
tell you what wasn't a prank and what was really great news was to see our boy
oh, very
Eric Carter,
I know. I'm
linebacker of
so happy for
Clemson,
him.
going to the Cincinnati Bengals in the 4th round.
Yes,
Great. I think such a great fit for him too.
I agree.
Great
Even
fit.
the videos of him on the call and like
Mhm.
telling his parents, telling his sister, literally made me like choked up and
Yeah, yeah,
emotional just
yeah.
because they were so excited for him. He was so excited. Again, I think that's a great pick. He went before the Ohio State.
Yep.
Um,
Jack Sawyer.
yes, yes,
Yep.
and that's a great pick.
Mhm.
He went 4th round, which is good.
That's good. It's doable. Hey, he puts in the work in the off season and in training camp. He's got a shot at making that team. And then talk about just what a great team you're going to, right? You're going to a
Joe
potential
Burrow.
Super Bowl candidate, right? I mean, you're not,
Mhm.
it's one thing just getting into the NFL. Of course, they're all happy and excited and they'll go anywhere. But now knowing you get to go play with some superstars, that's pretty
Yeah.
cool.
And I don't know if you saw this, but there was a video of Dabo calling Barrett after he got drafted.
Oh, I didn't
And
see that.
Dabo was like, "You're going to a winning team. Like, they know how to
Oh,
win. You're coming from a winning team. You know how
love
to
that.
win. Like, go show what a winning team looks like."
Oh, I
It
love
was
that.
like so cool just to hear like Dabo so proud of him, but
Yeah.
also kind of pumping him up, being like, "Go work your ass off in training camp because you're going to a winning team.
Yep.
It's not going to be easy,
Yep.
but you got it." And it was really
Oh,
inspiring,
good.
and I'm really
Well,
happy for him.
happy for him. Shout out to Agent Zero and our first guest. He'll always have a soft spot, and we'll be following him for sure. That'll be fun
Exactly. There was a couple other Clemson players who got drafted. RJ Mickens to the
for the
Chargers.
Chargers. Yep.
Um, who went to the Cowboys?
Maffa,
I'm
the running back,
Oh,
Maffa.
yeah, Phil Maffa went to the Cowboys, happy for him. And then after the draft, Drake Brenningstool went to the Chiefs. He got signed
Yeah.
to the Chiefs.
Yep.
So we'll see how that goes. I was surprised he didn't get drafted in the first
Yeah.
7 rounds, but he got signed. So
Yeah. Hopefully
we'll
he
see
can
how that goes for him. I'm proud of all the Clemson
make
boys.
something out of it. Speaking of Clemson and Dabo, I heard I'm seeing a lot of Savannah banana
Oh,
ball coming out of Death Valley there, and Dabo running down the hill with the team. How cool was that?
yeah, the Savannah Bananas and the Party Animals came and played at Death Valley on last Saturday.
Yep.
And it was sold out within a week. 81,000 tickets were sold to
Right.
watch the Savannah Bananas. And I've been following the Savannah Bananas for a while. I've always really loved them, but I didn't realize how much of an impact they've made. 81,000 fans. This was their largest showing.
Crazy. And I love
Yeah.
the configuration, how they set up the baseball field inside the football stadium, where
Mhm.
like left field was only like 190 feet or something like that. So it was
Mhm.
super, super short and just
Yeah.
so cool.
It's
So
been
cool.
really cool to see because the Savannah Bananas came in the fall and played against the Clemson baseball team.
Okay.
And
Yep.
this was just for like donors and alumni, and a couple students got to go. But it's cool how our baseball team, sticking to like the traditional baseball rules, has adapted some of the kind of philosophies of the Savannah Bananas.
Mhm.
And one of the coolest things that the Clemson baseball team does is after middle of the 4th, they play Proud to be an American, and
Oh.
they
Oh
walk
yeah.
around the stands
Yep.
and they shake hands with all the veterans. All the
Yeah.
veterans stand up. Every team or every player goes out there and shakes hands with the veterans, and I think that's so cool.
That's right. I love
And
that.
something that's kind of, I know the Savannah Bananas don't do that, but it's something they would do. Like get
Yes.
up and like really interact with the fans, and it's really cool that Clemson baseball does that.
Yeah. No, happy for Clemson. Happy for all those people that got to see that out there. It's pretty cool. They're coming to Angel Stadium in a week or
Really?
two, I think. Yeah.
So there's been major stadiums.
Oh yeah. Oh,
We
yeah.
should go.
Hard ticket to get, but we could try.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah.
I like should have gone to the Clemson one.
Oh yeah.
I was actually, they offered for me to work the game, but I would have to wear a banana costume if I was.
Oh, you should have done that. That'd have been fun. You got to come
Could you
on the
imagine
podcast.
me in a banana costume? Like
You'd have been awesome.
that's really funny. I don't know what I was doing, but I was watching on the TV, so it was packed in Tiger Town.
We've got NBA and NHL playoffs in
Yeah.
full swing right now.
That has been heating up, and
Yep.
I'm scared for the Lakers. They play tonight.
Yeah, Lakers got a big game tonight, down 3-1.
Yeah.
I said it from the beginning. I just didn't think they matched up well against Minnesota. I think you put them against a lot of the other teams, maybe they had a shot, but when they finished third and drew Minnesota, they're too physical for them. They're too quick. They're too young.
Anthony Edwards.
Anthony
He's
Edwards is
good.
a beast.
He's scrappy, but he's good.
Yep, he's good. So
And
we'll
LeBron,
see.
love him, but
Yep.
he's getting
But
old.
you got Oklahoma City and Cleveland as both sweeping their first round, so they definitely have to be the ones to watch, I think, here. So.
Yeah, the Thunder are probably the number one prediction right now.
Yeah, have to be.
Right?
They are playing really well right now. You still got Boston. You got Boston, the defending champs. Golden State.
They just advanced to the second round. Cavaliers, the Pacers also advanced. The Knicks are probably about to advance. I mean, who knows if they I'm looking at the bracket right now. I'm trying to think. Yeah, the Warriors are beating the Rockets right now, 3-1.
Yep.
Clippers, Nuggets are 3-2. Nuggets are winning right now.
Yep, Denver's up 3-2 on that one, so it'll be good. It's been a fun, exciting first round, and
I agree.
an NHL playoffs. I don't know if you've been watching much of that. I've seen a little bit of it. I know your sister went to the Stars game the other night.
I know, and
so
they won. So they should.
Yep.
They only have to win one more to go to the.
Yep. They're up 3-2 against Colorado.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. So.
And the Kings. I don't know if you're following.
Kings are in it against Edmonton. Yeah.
Yeah, but
the Blues.
they're down one game.
Shout out to Rob Adams and the St. Louis Blues.
Yep, they're 2-2 right now.
Yep.
The Washington Capitals are 3-1 right now.
Yep.
So they've been really fun to watch. After I went to a game in December, I've really stayed updated with them just because they're fun to watch and their players are crazy. Did you see who was it? That huge fight that was going on. I see them all over social media. I don't know what teams it was. But they were fully going at it into the stands, off the ice. It was crazy.
Wow.
But it was funny to see while they were fighting, the other two teams were just talking to each other because they've known each other forever. But that's why I just love hockey. It's always something going on.
It is fun. Do you know, speaking of just random sports, do you know what this Saturday is?
Kentucky Derby.
It is the Kentucky Derby for Saturday of May. Very good.
Yeah. I want to go to the Kentucky Derby so bad.
I know. Bucket list.
We'll go one day.
Okay.
The Masters, the Kentucky Derby, the Super Bowl.
Yep.
And the March Madness Championship.
And Final Four. Yep.
Final Four. We went to Elite Eight last year.
That was fun. Yeah. Sweet 16, Elite Eight. Yeah.
Did we go to Sweet 16 or Elite 8?
We went to Sweet 16 game.
Oh.
Yeah,
but we'll go to those 4 one day.
Well, Kentucky Derby is Saturday, so I have no idea who's running in it and who's favorite, but I just know they always say it's the greatest 2 minutes of sports. So I will definitely tune that one in on Saturday.
I like to see from a girl's side all the outfits, all the people who show up, the big hats. It's just so traditional, and I love it. And I'm gonna go one day. We're gonna go one day.
Yep.
think that's all we got for
I
sports.
think that's it. Yeah.
The draft was a huge part of this weekend, but there should be fun things coming up. Hopefully, we're getting new people on and some more guests.
Hopefully.
If what people want.
Hopefully.
But that's all we got for you. You good, Dad?
Love it. Can't wait to have you home. Get home, pack, get home safe. And
Yeah.
yeah.
And I'll be back
Okay.
next week.
Love it.
I'll make sure to bring my microphone home.
Sounds good.
All
Good seeing you, Ray. I'll see you soon.
All right. Bye, guys. This is Ray's
Bye,
Fun
everybody.
Sports.